So we need to talk about going green and why so many people, millions and millions of people all over the United States have been lied to about this green agenda. What is it really doing? Is it helping the American people or is it hurting them? Well, we're going to discuss that because I've been talking to many people. I've looked into solar panels. I've looked into electric vehicles. There are pros and cons to all these things, but by talking to the people recently, everyone has issues with President Biden and him mandating certain appliances be sold and put into new homes. They have issues with the electric vehicle market. They have issues with solar panels and the companies that are installing them. And today, we're actually going to talk about a major retailer. It's Titan Solar. They just went out of business like 10 days ago. And they went out of business, fired all their employees, and now there's more than 100,000 homes with solar panels installed on them from Titan Solar, which now they don't even know how they're going to maintain them. Who's going to warranty these solar panels and these systems? Yeah, it's a serious situation. So we're going to address that in just a moment. But all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So one of the things that everybody's worried about when it comes to any type of solar panel, electric vehicle is what happens if the company goes under. They file for bankruptcy and they shut down operations. Well, this is exactly what happened. It says U.S. residential installer Titan Solar Power shuts down business. This is on June 18th. This happened just a week or so ago. Now, I want to read just a little bit of this to you, okay? Look at this. It says, U.S. residential installer Titan Solar Power ceased operations late last week with an alleged email to employees suggesting negotiations fell through with the would-be buyer of the company. It says, founded in 2013 in Arizona, the company was present in 16 states and for the past 6 months was negotiating with a potential buyer to acquire the company. This new buyer was meant to bring new sales channels to the company and take us in a new direction. Here's what you need to understand about Titan Solar. They had everything going for them in the beginning. First off, solar panels in Arizona and California, great idea. Solar panels in Washington State, specifically in the Seattle, Washington area, well, not so much. And I'll address that in just a moment because I actually have somebody that commented and they were lied to about how much money they would save, what it's going to cost them, and everything in between. But here's what you need to understand. Titan Solar wasn't the first company. This was another company that went bust. Okay, more companies did as well. Let me read this to you. It says, Titan is not the only solar installer to close up shop lately. The company, which could not be reached for comment for this story, its website has shut down, is one of 16 major solar outfits that had filed for bankruptcy in 2023 and 2024. It says they include Pink Energy and Vision Solar, which, like other operations in the industry, face regulatory action and numerous consumer complaints. Customers are left with solar panels on their homes that they may or may not want. Some are working with lenders to find another company to take over the maintenance of their panels. Others are just trying to get out of the loans. I want to read you this comment. This person wrote, and I quote, "The solar savings is such a lie. I refinanced my home in October and took out $30,000 for a solar panel system on my house. The rep said," well, this is the problem. When the rep says, that's when you need to worry. But she goes on to say, the rep said that I would get free electricity for the rest of my life with this system. But the truth is that I still pay $28 a month for my electricity, which isn't bad. I pay hundreds of dollars a month for the refinance cost, and I don't think I will ever reap the rewards of solar, at least not in my lifetime. Now, the reason why I want to talk about solar panels and just the green agenda is because we've been hearing this for the past 3 or 4 years that we have to go green. We need to buy electric vehicles. Electric vehicles are the future. everybody should have an electric vehicle, all electric vehicles on the road by 2030. Right? We've seen that. We've seen the Biden administration come out and say you cannot buy older grills. You can't buy older stoves and stuff like that. Microwaves. You need a more energy efficient dishwasher. Right? Remember those? Remember those videos I did last year? Yeah, they're still pushing that, but they want more energy efficient appliances. Just listen to this, because this person actually listened to what I said. Here's what this person had to say, and I quote, "Thank you for opening my eyes to what Biden was trying to do. My husband and I are renovating our house and decided to put all new appliances in. My contractor said that he is required to put in energy efficient appliances and gave me a few options to pick from. I didn't like any of them, but I remember you said that energy efficiency doesn't equal cost efficiency. After talking with my husband, we decided to buy the appliances ourselves and not go through the contractor in order to save money and get what we want." That's the thing. Contractors may be required to put in certain appliances, but you as the homeowner, you can do whatever you want. You can go buy a 100-year-old stove if you want to. Okay, you can cook with coal and a grill. Hey, it's really up to you as the homeowner. But this is where we're going. People are being lied to. That, oh, no, you have to put in the $1,800 dishwasher. No, I'm good with this one for $375. That's perfect for me. No, you have to put in that $10,000 fridge. Nope, I don't need to be able to check my fridge from the other side of the country. I'm good with the one that you open the door and see what's in it. Has a light, maybe it has an ice maker and a water dispenser, but that's it, right? I'm good with that. And then others say, oh, you need the one stove and oven combo that it has a convection oven, all this stuff and fancy little things, a screen on it. It has Bluetooth. You can go and warm up your oven. When you're down at the Papa Murphy's getting a pizza, right? You can do all that stuff. When you're leaving the grocery store, you can preheat your oven. Well, maybe I don't need to do all that stuff, right? That's fine. Maybe I don't need to do it. But again, these are the lies that we're being told, that we have to get this, right? And no, you don't have to. Will it help with the climate? Will it help with our the world and just the way it is, right? Have a better and healthier Earth? Potentially, right? There's some science that does prove that, but then others that, well, not so much. Okay? Now I want to read you this last one. This person says, "I bought a Tesla in the beginning of 2023 because everybody said it will save me money, and they were wrong. I pay $220 a month in insurance because my agent says Teslas are more expensive to fix. That is double what I used to pay. I'm still paying off a car that has dropped in value, and on top of all that, I live in California, where you recently said that they might start charging drivers taxes by the mile they drive and not by the gas they consume. I wholeheartedly regret my decision." Okay. This person is obviously against the decision that they made buying a Tesla, a 2023. Okay. Actually, this person bought a Tesla in the beginning of 2023, so it's either 2023 or older. Still, prices for Teslas and electric vehicles have plummeted. The reason why? Because people don't want them anymore. They realize the issue. If you have a rolling blackout, let's say you're in California, Arizona, or even Texas. I have a handful of friends that live in Texas. A few of them do own Teslas, and guess what? One of them couldn't drive his Tesla for about a week because they had this blackout come through. They lost all the power in their neighborhood, and his Tesla wasn't fully charged. He would have to tow his Tesla which I don't think you can tow a Tesla. I think you got to pick it up, put it on a flatbed, drive it away to a charging station, get it charged. That's what he would have had to do. Couldn't drive it for a week. Have another friend. Yeah, he had a little damage done to his Tesla. And guess what? It was going to cost him thousands of dollars to fix it. He wasn't going to pay for it. Have another friend. Doesn't live in Texas, lives in California, has a Tesla. And what he was saying is, well, he feels like he's going to get screwed. That if California, which California is having a little bit of a tough time trying to bring in more tax revenue. So their thought was, let's just increase our gas tax. Well, many lawmakers didn't like that. Many residents were fully opposed to that. But what many residents did like that were using gas-powered vehicles is, well, we're paying gas tax at the pump. But yet, all those people that drive electric vehicles, which California is desperately pushing, all those people driving those vehicles are paying very little every single year because they have an electric vehicle. They're not paying as much, they're not paying anything for gas tax because Teslas don't use gas. That's an issue. And so now, this is why my friend's concerned. He has a feeling this is going to go that way where this is just an introduction and they're just showing you what might happen. But like always happens, when they show you what might happen, if it's successful, and I believe it will be because it's going to bring in a decent amount of money, once they prove that and there's data that backs it, I think the entire state of California now starts to charge a per mile tax as opposed to the gas tax. But here's where things are interesting. What about California and the people coming in as tourists? They aren't going to pay anything because they're from another state. So here's where things get really interesting. We're not going to put up more tolls in the state of California because that gets expensive. What we can do is we can still have a small gas tax for the fuel. But if you have a gas-powered vehicle, you pay a smaller fee at the end of the year per mile you drive, as opposed to electric vehicle owners that would pay a higher fee per mile. Again, it's going to be complicated, but that's what experts believe is coming. But the reason why I wanted to share this with you is because we were told that we have to dive in. This green agenda is what's going to save us. Honestly, it doesn't look like it. Looks like it's going to cost us more money, be more headaches, and people are still going to complain. So we'll see what happens moving forward. The one thing I do want to ask you though, do you have any at all, green stories? Whether it's about an electric vehicle, solar panels, it could be about wind, okay? It could be about appliances. Do you have any stories, whether it's good or bad? I want to hear both. But if you do, comment down in the comment section below. I'd absolutely love to hear about it. And maybe I pick your story and I talk about here on the channel. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing and I'll see you guys on the next one.